Hello, Kelly here with Kelly's Soroka Life, and I am here with the Friday community reading. And I'll come here every Friday about this time to share with you a reading, one that I have done in the past that I wrote for myself during the course of the last year. And I thought after I worked with a lot of these readings that it'll be fun to share them and to share them with you all and to do a reading for all of us together on Fridays. And then you can also do these readings for yourself, and you can use them to do readings. You can use them to do journaling prompts. You can do any other kind of readings, not just tarot. But I'm going to be using tarot cards today, and I am using today the World of Visions Tarot because we are talking about a message for your current vision. Now it's been just over a month that we have been in 2026. And there's usually at the beginning of the year a lot of talk about resolutions and things that you want to do and making changes and all of these things. And you have a lot of advertising that's getting you to change your diet and go back to the gym and to do all of these things. And you might have specific things that you want to work on in those areas, or you may have something specific that you really want to work on this year and you have a vision for it. And just because you had this, there was this time at the beginning of the year that seemed like everybody else was making these visions, it might not have been the time for you, and you might have needed some time to work on your vision, to work on what it is that you want to do. So today we're going to stop and do a little bit of reflection about our visions and where we want to go. And hang on, I have to mute. Come on. Sorry, it's one of those kind of weird mornings that we have a service person at the house, and my dog is not happy about it. So if I have to mute occasionally during this reading, I apologize. And just like I did, but I think he's almost done, and we should have some quiet after that. But, it's just one of those things, one of those daily things. So anyway, getting back to the reading and looking at a message for our current vision. So think about your personal vision. Think about something that you're looking towards, something that you're looking forward to, something that it might be just very hazy right now, a vision that might be just very, you're just not quite sure what you want it to be. And so we're going to get a message for that current vision, whatever it is that you have in your mind, whatever it is that, kind of is working for all of us today. How can we bring this energy in for the vision that we're working on? And I think it's a great time to do this reading. And it kind of just happened that I chose this reading for this day, and because today is the day that Mercury is moving into Pisces. So Mercury has been in Aquarius, and now today it's going to move. Later on today, it's going to move into Pisces. Now Mercury is the planet of communication and logic and doing things in your mind, having that logical thinking, having thoughts, writing things down, how you communicate, how you relate to other people in this one-on-one kind of communication way, or how you express yourself to an audience, or how you receive messages as well. Mercury is about reception and about listening. And so now Mercury is moving into Pisces, which is this very much intuitive, this place of of the heart, of this place of connecting to the collective, of unconditional love, and looking beneath the surface and swimming along with the community, and just that almost opposite of what we do in the planet of Mercury. It's very much that more heart centered, more where Mercury is more air, the air energy. We're moving into Pisces, which is very much the water energy. And so it's a water sign. And so, looking at that, and at first it seems like, oh, well, that's going to be, that's going to be really hard. And it can be, because it is kind of competing energies there. You've got that air energy with the water energy, but you can definitely, especially looking at your vision, can really use this energy to for the good, and in a very opportunistic, or to use for your to get a better opportunity. There, I said it. For You can use this opportunity to really look at your vision, because you can look at it in different ways. You can look at it in this very mercurial time, and look at it in a very practical way, in a way that you want to think about it, you want to have the ideas about it, but at the same time, how you feel about it. What do you really feel about it? How do you feel about this vision, this thing that you're seeing? And a lot of times when we're seeing things, either when we see it with, physically with our eyes, or we're seeing something in a vision, however we see the vision. If we're, seeing it, is it something that is something that is hazy, something that is very, that you can see it? Is it something that you draw a card for and you can see, you visualize it? That's all, the very Mercury energy there. And so looking at, and we need that, we need that Mercury energy there to put thoughts, and to communicate and put things down on paper, or put it out in the world. And then with Pisces, it's going to give us that intuition. You can now look inside. You can see if this vision is something that you really, it's something that really makes you happy. Is it something that you really want to work on? Is it something that's necessary, and your intuition is telling you, this is really necessary. This is something that I really need to do for whatever reason. So having that message, those two energies together, when we're looking at this message from our vision, I think it's going to be very beautiful. And Mercury is going to be here for a while in Pisces, because it's going to go retrograde later on this month, and it will be a great time, to look at this vision today, and then maybe go back, towards the end of the month, and revisit it. And when Mercury is in retrograde, revisit your message and see what it's been telling you. And, are you working on it? Are you taking some steps to make this vision clearer, or to make this vision, more heart-centered? Or maybe you're too emotional about it. It could be the other way around, that this vision is something that you really want to do, but there's so much emotion tied to it that it's really hard to make a plan. And so Mercury's here. We're here today with our cards and with the tarot and our divine guidance today to help us with this vision. So have this vision in your mind, and think about what you're looking for. And you might not have one. You might have something that you're like, well, I don't really know. So this message is gonna be for that too. So it's gonna give you some ideas. It's gonna give you some it's gonna bring in that Pisces energy, and kind of bring in, and it's gonna flow up into your thoughts and your ideas. And so you might come away with a vision after this. So let's get to the questions. So here, we have just 3 questions for this, and I will have this posted after the live, and you can see the questions for yourself, so you can work with them. So, question one, what do we need to know about our current vision? So, we have, and this again is the World of Visions Tarot. And so I thought that was very appropriate for today. And we have the Nine of Cups. So, what do we need to know about our current vision? So, our current vision is going to let us know that the nine that we're going to get our wish. That looking on and working for this vision and working towards this vision is going to give us our wish. Is going to be something that is going to make us happy. Is going to fill our cups. Is going to unite that energy of our thoughts and our vision with our what how we're feeling inside. So it's very much bringing in that Mercury and Pisces energy in this first card. So, and that's our message. That's what we need to know, that this vision that we're working on, it's going to work really well when we balance out the thoughts, our head with our heart. So we're balancing out our thoughts, our logic with our heart and our intuition. And so, question number two is, what unnecessary side quest is keeping you from your vision? And now there, lots of, the side quest is one of those things that comes from gaming, and you're going on a side quest, and I think it seems to have become kind of popular vernacular. And my younger son says it a lot. He's like, I'm going on a side quest, or I had to do a side quest today, or something, because it's something that outside of what you're doing. But sometimes you need to do the side quest, so that you can move on. And sometimes we get stuck on those side quests, like scrolling on our phone, or playing a game. And while I love to play games and things like that, but sometimes we do it because we don't want to take that next step. And so we're really afraid of bringing in of moving forward. We're afraid afraid of failure. We're afraid of success. Whatever it is that is we're afraid of. Maybe we have imposter syndrome, and we think, oh, I'm not good enough to do that, or something like that. So that could all come from your side quest. But for us in this side quest today, this side quest is death. And death is keeping us from our vision. And in tarot, death is that card that is transformation, is letting go of something that is just not working anymore. And for our vision, we have something that we're hanging on to, this side quest that we keep going on, this rabbit hole that we keep going down, this thing that keeps, this thing that we keep, our phone that we keep scrolling on, or something that's keeping us from our vision. So we need to be a little bit ruthless about this and say, you know what? This is keeping me from this vision. I see this vision and I see it, and it's beautiful, and I really want to make it into reality. But every time, I start to do it, I start procrastinating, or I start finding other reasons not to do it. And it is scary. And that death card there is scary. It's like, you know it's change, it's loss, it's letting go of something. And so this vision might have to do with letting go of something, and being open to something new. And that's a lot of times scary. So using these and going back, and I think, like I said before, going back in a few weeks and coming, revisiting this, make a note in your planner, make a note on your phone, your calendar, to go back and revisit this and see, have you actually taken a step forward, or, are you still procrastinating? And what is it? What is it? Look beneath the surface. Let that Pisces energy, tap into your intuition and let you know, what is it that's really holding you back. Is it fear? Is it imposter syndrome? Is it that you're afraid that it's going to be a success? Are you afraid of failure? And, all those things are very normal. We all feel it. But, getting through it and making a change and using that death energy of knowing that some things need to be let go is going to make a huge difference. Okay, so last question 3. How can you create a win-win situation for this vision? So, how can we find that balance between, just like finding the balance between Mercury in Pisces? And so the Mercury energy, that planet energy in the sign of Pisces, how can we find that and find the win-win situation? And so we have the 8 of Cups. So we have, again, this is goes along with the death card, because you're leaving something behind, and the 8 of Cups is leaving something behind and letting go. And it's making, and the 8 of Cups, very important, is that you're making a specific choice to leave this behind. You're making a choice. You're saying, I've listened to my intuition. I've looked at this practically. I've looked at this emotionally. I've looked at the vision, where I want to go, the path that I want to go on. And I know that this is something, there's something there that I need to leave behind. There's something there that needs to be let go. And a lot of times it's really hard. A lot of times we want to hang on to it. We want to hang on. And I think that's why we started out with the 9 of Cups, because we have this 9 of Cups there. And it's like, it's just, I can see this vision, and, having the vision and just, knowing that it's there, is great. But you have to do the work to get there. And the Death card and the 8 of Cups are there to tell us how we need to do the work. There's something that's really holding us back. So, look at what is it that you feel like that's holding you back. Do some meditation, do some journaling, do some reading for yourself, and figure out what it is that's holding you back from your vision. And once you know that, then it's easier to move forward. So that is our message for today. So this is our message for our current vision. And again, I'll have this posted for you, the questions posted, so that you can see this, and I'll have the cards that I pulled as well, so that you can use those if you want to use them for any kind of study or reflection or meditation, however you want to use them. But today, I want to also tell you in this live, and this is the first time that I'm announcing this, is that I am starting my own coven. And I thought this was a great day to announce this, because this is definitely a vision that I have. It's definitely a vision, something that I have really wanted to do over the past, several months. And it just seems like that now is a good time to do it. And I feel like that there is, I've done a lot of studying, I've done a lot of research, I've read a lot of books, I've gotten a lot of certifications in several different areas. And I feel like that right now I have a wonderful, beautiful practice, witchcraft practice, but I really want to go deeper. And I feel like that there are a lot of people out there like you that, are here. You've got your tarot cards, you've got your oracle cards, you've got some crystals, you've got a practice, and you really want to go deeper as well. And you want to find, to really make witchcraft a part of your life. You really want to internalize it. And that's what I want to do with this coven. So it will be a monthly, starting in April. It'll be a monthly coven, and right now I think it will be hosted on a platform called School. It's SKOOL, and I'll definitely have more information about it as we go along. But I just wanted to make the announcement today and let everybody know, because I'll have more about it. I'll have links below in here, and I'll also put an announcement on YouTube on my channel, and on Facebook and Instagram, so that you can see and get more information, and we can chat about it. You can let me know what you think, and if you're interested, and what things that that you would like to go deeper with as well. So look for that, and it's going to be called the Broom and Moon Coven. So look for some announcements about it. Look for I have an interest form you can fill out and let me know that you're interested. You can get on my email list. You can go to my website and find out more information, and I'll have all of those links for you down below. So that for me, I hope that, this is my Nine of Cups. This is definitely, a wish that I have, and something that I feel very passionate about. And so I'm going to go out and, make some changes, let some things go, but I'm going to bring in this beautiful coven, and hopefully bring it all to you, and you can join me in the coven as well. So have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.